Okay. Any points anybody wants to make? I got most of the stuff out. Yeah.
When an energy comes in from an archetype, okay, and you say, okay, it starts at such and such a time. So I imagine that its effect would be its strongest as soon as it starts and then it wanes?
All depends. All
Is there
depends.
Also, does it also have any pull before it's beginning?
Yes.
Okay.
Very good question. Very good. And this goes back to teaching class here. Let's say, for example, that your sun sits in the middle of Scorpio, and it's always there in your birth chart, which means you're born around November the 10th, November the 7th. And let's say watching the transits are today's planets going around. As Mars comes through Scorpio, the minute that Mars goes into Scorpio, you'll start to feel like, who I gotta fight with? Who do I gotta fight with? You'll start to feel more energized. You'll start to feel like you need to express yourself. Now, you have to add up all these things because Scorpio is not very conducive to letting things flow through it. It's a thick, viscous sign like Taurus and Aquarius and Leo because they're fixed signs. But if you were 15 degrees of Gemini and Mars came in, boy, you would notice it right away. Because Gemini is mercurial. It's like distilled water. You can feel it coming. Now, the unfortunate ones of you, in a way, are ones that were born with the planet at 1 degree Libra. Because as soon as anything crosses into 0 Libra, boom, it's like sitting by the door. As soon as the door hits you, wham. Now, since we told everybody about Pluto going into Capricorn in 2006, 2 years before, the United States' sun sits at the very middle of, the very middle of Cancer, the 4th of July, about 15 degrees. In about 2 years, Pluto has been going back and forth. It's at 10 now. In about 2 years, Pluto will be at 15. Pluto will be exactly opposite our sun. In astrology, when you have an opposition, it's coming from the other. Me, other. Me, partner. Me, first house, 7th house. Me, open enemies. One thing about the 7th house is enemies that you know about are going to raise up against you. So, it's not that a bad astrologer will say, well, somebody's going to nuke us in 2 years. And you already see evidence. But we have 2 years to change our story. The problem is not the nuke. The problem is our relationships with the other. Because relationships in astrology are nothing more than how you treat yourself. You can't, you know yourself, you can't treat anybody differently than you treat yourself. So in 2 years' time, we got plenty of warnings. People think we're imperialists. The Europeans voted the most dangerous country on the earth is us. This is honest. It's true. It's what they did. We got to get our act together. And what is our problem? Our problem is we're cancers. Our problem is we're cancers. Cancers like to pay any price to stay hidden. Cover me up. Protect me. The biggest problem people have is their ego. And they identify with being an Aries or a Taurus or a Gemini. And it's an ego thing. It hangs around your chain. In astrology, my brother was a Pisces who had 5 planets in Aries.
Wow.
That's very common.
Right.
So when he reads Pisces, it doesn't sound like him.
Right.
And beside that, astrology still maintains. Yes.
Where did the chart originate, and where did the symbols?
The chart did not originate. We finally got educated enough to receive it. It was always there as an archetype part of the 12 archetypes of the wholeness. Life itself divides itself into 12s. Okay? 12 tribes, 12 months, 12 inches. I mean, 12 is a universal number it's really based on 3 times 4 is what it is. Where did it originate? In Chaldea. Chaldea. Near the Euphrates.
And how long? Is there any?
I don't remember the exact years. I don't remember. But the old astrology was really rudimentary. It was real nasty, and these planets are going to come and get you, and real negative, and it was called malefic. Today's astrologers see it much more positively as energy fields. And the dream of becoming myself was the Aries dream. What happens if I become myself and separate from God? What if? And the illusion starts in Aries. That's what this book's about. It's the trail of becoming separate and what happens to the little soul that grows through all the stages until it finally gets to the final ultimate stage of Pisces. This book was originally called Pisces, the Ultimate Sign, but I didn't think people would understand it properly. Because it's not that the sign is better, it's that at this stage the soul gives up trying to assist itself.
Well, maybe in becoming itself, we're becoming God. I mean, maybe the two are the same.
It's all the same thing, yeah.
She's next.
Yeah.
I actually lost my train of thought.
So I was gonna say something about there's multi ways of looking at things. So you basically we look at changing your paradigm or shifting your paradigm. If you look at some of the quantum field things, not only can atoms or material or realities jump, but all realities exist at the same time.
Exactly.
And things can be in more than one place. The same thing can be in more than one place at the same time. That's all in the same energy. So it's not, when you go like duality, well, it's like more than even duality now. It's
Exactly.
It's everything is everything.
Yeah, what I heard recently is the most beautiful thing is you're not a drop in the ocean. You're the ocean in a drop. And that's exactly right. And that's why we have this marvelous job that this artist did. This marvelous job that this artist did. She drew this diamond by hand. This is all pieces. She cut and pasted this whole thing. But it's kind of like one sign is looking into the diamond through one facet, seeing the whole diamond. Another sign seeing the diamond through this facet, it's seeing the whole diamond, but yet it's seeing its difference. So the diamond that we thought was a really good symbol for the holographic nature. Yes, ma'am.
And then the idea, I think that the whole concept of point of view is one of the most mind-blowing, forward-moving concepts that most people, and we all maybe start out this way in life, we really think the way I see things is the way it is.
That's
not
why
the way it is from my
that's the why in this. I kept saying, you gotta understand that other people don't see the world through your Virgo eyes, through your Capricorn eyes, through your Gemini eyes. They see it differently, but this book will tell you why.
And also, I think it can expand your conscious awareness that there is more than one way to see it. And that
of course there is. But when you see the 12 ways, you'll see that there are 11 ways of being lost and one way of being found. And that's why Pisces is the ultimate, where it's just letting everything be. 1 second, Lee. I want to just say one thing. I was laying under a tree with my girl, and we, on a summer day, it was a beautiful tree, and there was this dead branch hanging overhead. And I said, honey, if I were a Virgo, I'd have to climb that damn tree and get that branch down. Right? And that's true in their reality. But I said, if I'm a Pisces, the damn thing's fine the way it is. See? And they're both true. The real advantage of astrology, and this will be a final thing I'll say, the real advantage is we have a map that's underneath your feet at all times. And you don't know about your map. And you're doing the best damn job you can driving them around. You know, like a broken GPS. Okay, we know what your map is. And most people that come to see me, I say, man, you're doing fine. You're right on track. Let's tweak this a little bit. Let's look at this a little different. Because what happens with humans is they got so many voices speaking at once that they don't trust this one that's about to cause a radical change. This one, and they come to me and they say, what's this one? This is what he's been saying. And I say, yeah, that guy's right on. Yeah, go. And I confirm it. So yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having us.